Why can't we have a guy who's like 34 years old, young energy? And by the way, he won the mayoral election in the very first debate when he was doing the Democratic debate, and they asked a question of like, what's the first visit that you're gonna make as the mayor of the New York City? The first lady is like, I'm gonna make the visit to Holy Land of Israel. The second one is like, they asked Andrew Cuomo, and Andrew Cuomo is like, well, the anti-Semitism has been on the rise. Well, he doesn't see any Islamophobia. He doesn't see any people dying in Palestine. It's like, because anti-Semitism has been on rise, I'm going to make the visit to Israel. And then there was a third guy who was saying, well, I've already made like 4 visits to Israel. I'm going to make my I'm going to make my 4th visit to Israel, followed by my 5th visit to Ukraine. And then they asked Mamdani about this, and Mamdani's like, I'm going to stay in New York City. But he is a mayor of New York City. I don't know what's wrong with that. And all the people in the comments were like, whoa, he said New York City, he's going to stay here? Isn't it Israel first? Was it like America first? Isn't it Israel first, right? Everybody needs to go to Israel City. You want to show your solidarity. You want to show your love and passion for Israel. For some reason, for some people, that's about it, right? That's they don't need to worry. That tells you they don't worry about the economy. They don't worry about anything else. Like, they're always crying about everything, immigrants coming in. But are you actually worrying about the economy, or are you actually looking at the policies? Why don't you actually do a constructive criticism? Why bring Israel into every single thing? And we saw some of the billionaire Zionists actually campaign against him. They spend millions of dollars. We got guys like Bill Ackman, Michael Bloomberg spending millions of dollars. There's so many billionaires spend a lot of money, and it didn't work out actually. So you saw the New York people from New York, they actually want to see the change. They want to see somebody charismatic, somebody young, somebody who's coming with different policies, somebody who doesn't bow down to the influential billionaires. And that's the guy we got. Now, I'm not saying he's the perfect candidate and he's going to be able to sort everything out, because it's not the game for one person. There's a lot of strong powers that are influencing the policies. And obviously, he's just a mayor of the city. He's not the president of the country. So we don't know, but we can hope for the best. At least he's the guy who's staying true to himself. At least he's the guy who's coming on the stage and he's proud of what he is. He's proud of his nationality. He's proud of his identity. He comes and he says, I am a Muslim, right? That's what he says. And he said, he has the authority, he has the power to actually say that I am going to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. And it's like, it's not out of my personal gain. It's not something crazy that I'm saying. It's because the UN actually believes that he committed a genocide. So I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't know why people are getting so mad about it. And by the way, for the Democratic Party, they lost the game. And the best candidate they had was Andrew Cuomo, the guy who had like multiple sexual harassment cases. The guy who had the case with the grandmothers relocating the COVID patients to like nursing homes, and he said he messed up. That's crazy, right? So we knew Mamdani was gonna win.